We're at that time of the year where winter's drawing in. We've already had the first frost, and that's why I'm reviewing these hand warmers. Aren't I? Yes, I am. I'll go through the specifications in more depth and how you operate them, but just to show, they're magnetic, so easy to keep in your pocket. You're not going to lose one somewhere. Take them apart, hold them in your hands, put them in your gloves. There's 3 temperature settings on there, and as I said, I'm going to go through it all in more depth, but that's just the overview. Right, now me and Milo are back inside. Let's go through these hand warmers in more depth. So I've already said that they're magnetic, so they stay together, you're not going to lose them, and they just pull apart. But there's so much more to these. There's 3 heat temperatures on them, 45 degrees, 50 degrees, and 55 degrees. The 55 degrees is very warm, so I'm using it either on the 45 or the 50 at the moment. And in addition to them being hand warmers, you've also got 2 torches, very easy to turn on. You've got your button on the back there, you simply press it twice and the torch is on. I don't want to blind the camera, but if you press it again, so that's the bright torch, and if you press it once more, it goes dimmer. If you press it again, it goes to warning. And if you press it again, it goes to SOS. Press it one more time and it'll go back to the brightest. And again, just press it twice and it's off. So you've actually got 2 torches there when you're out walking the dog, out running, anything. But when it's dark, 2 torches, perfect. And if you keep these in the car as well, if you break down, you've got that warning light on there. The construction of them is aluminium and ABS plastic. Now aluminium because that's a good conductor, and obviously the ABS plastic, that's a good protector. So that's what they're made out of. And I've been using these for quite a while now. There's absolutely no damage to them whatsoever, mainly because I'm not throwing them around. But they do come with a bag, a tie top bag. Now I've used them so much that I've lost the bag. So I've only got the box that they came in. I'll show you everything that you get with it in a moment. Again, on the specs though, well, we know that they're magnetic, and the 2 hand warmers each have a battery in them that's 5,000 milliampere. So in total, you've got 10,000 milliampere in power. I've shown you the torch or flashlight capability, and you can see with the size of them how easy they are to carry, either in your pocket, in your hand, wherever. When you're charging them, and I'll show you more about that in a moment, there's a temperature control chip in there, which it prevents overcharge and over voltage, and it also prevents short circuit as well. Okay, so as I've said, I've lost the bag that they came in, but we have a look at the box that they came in. You can easily keep it in this because it's not a throwaway box. This is the charging cable that came with it. There's the box. They both simply pop into there, and the lid closes on top of that, so you can keep that around, no problem. They come supplied with this USB cable. You can see it's got 2 USB-C jacks there, 1 for each of the hand warmers, and then just a standard USB jack there for going into your power source. In this instance, what I'm going to use is just a power brick. I'm going to plug that in like so, and then we'll get one of these. If you have a look on the bottom, that's your power in there. That's your on-off switch, which controls the heating and also the torch as well. And if you plug it in like so, you will see a green light comes on there. And what that basically means is that there's between 10 to 60% of charge in it. If it's flashing red, there's roughly 10% of charge in it or less. And if it's flashing blue, there's between 60 and 100%. So the indicator does tell you how much charge you've got in it, which is useful. All right, let's just disconnect that. Pop everything to one side. And now we'll actually have a look at the operation itself. So to turn it on, with the button on top, it's simply a long press. And when you press it, when it switches on, you can see the temperature indicator there. So that's at 55. If you single press it, it'll drop down to 50. And then if you press it again, it'll drop down to 45. So basically set it to the temperature that you require and it'll heat up to that. And again, long press to turn it off. Now let's see them in operation. For that, I'm going to use a temperature gun. And if I scan it now, you'll see it's at 23 degrees. So we'll turn it on and we'll see how quickly it heats up. It switches on, we're on 55 there, let's get it down to 45. Right, it's down at 45. I can already feel it beginning to warm up. So we were at 23. Now we're at 35, so you can see how quickly it warms up. Up to 39. Okay, there we're up to 40. Now, just something to say, on the back, it's not warm there. The heating panel it's stretched around this area there. So when you're holding it in your hands, you're going to get the majority of the heating, not one area, but certainly not all the way around it, because obviously you've got magnets in here. Let's turn it up to 55. There we go. So there we're at 55. And it can actually get really, not so much uncomfortable, but intensely hot, I think is the best way to say it. And we'll scan that. So I've just turned that up. We're up to 43. Up to 45. And it just keeps going basically. But extremely warm. Extremely warm. In summary, well, you've now seen them in operation. You've seen how easy they are to charge. You've seen how easy they are to turn on and control the temperature. How easy the torch is to use, or should I say both the torches. When you're out, you can either hold them in your hands or pop them in your pockets, or what I've been doing recently is, just to make life easier, when I've got the glove on, all I do is just pop it inside like that. And it's held in. I don't need to do anything, don't need to worry about dropping it or anything, it's in the glove. So that's something that you can do. Now, rechargeable hand warmers, absolutely fantastic. Back in the day, so to speak, when I was fishing in the late 70s and early 80s, the only way of keeping your hands warm was, it was a charcoal heater is the best way that I can describe it. It was a box that you opened up, you had a charcoal stick in it, you lit the charcoal stick and it burned down over a period of about 7 hours. You hardly got any heat out of it whatsoever, but trust me, when it's freezing cold or wet, it was a godsend. But these, on the other hand, so much better, so much warmer, instantaneous heat more or less, and you can take it wherever you want to take it. And if you take a power brick, you can charge it up anywhere. Now, the charging time on these, it's a lithium-ion battery, and to fully charge, you're talking between 3 to 4 hours. On continuous use, you're going to get probably up to 5 hours use. Now, we've spoken about the temperature. The 55 degrees is probably uncomfortably hot. The 45 degrees is what I've been using it on. It's not been incredibly cold yet, so I might put it up to 50. But at 45, you're going to get up to 5 hours continuous use, which comes in useful if you're doing something like fishing. But if you're taking the dog for a walk, if you're going for a run, you've absolutely no problem with these lasting. If you're going hiking or something, well, take the battery pack with you and you can charge it up while you're stopping to have a coffee or something. They're also very useful if you've got rheumatism and you want to keep your hands heated to reduce any pain. As far as the price goes, well, when I bought them, the retail was £29.99 on Amazon. There was a discount applied which brought them down to, I think, £24. They've been discounted again, so they're currently £20.99, but I'll put the link into the video anyway. But an absolutely fantastic product. As I say, I use them for walking the dog. If I was still fishing, I'd certainly use them for fishing at this time of year. If you're hiking, if you're running, if you've got arthritis, you can't beat these. Great buy.